Hello, welcome back to my video. So in this video, I would like to present the research journal articles, and the title is I Explain, Therefore I Learned, Improving Students' Assessment Literacy and Deep Learning by Teaching. The author are Mehdi Davaritor Sizi and Mustafa Bahraman. So we go next to the next slide. The first is what the research questions, and these research journal articles state two research questions. The first is what is the difference between assessment literacy and deep learning by teaching to improving student assessment literacy. So I'm sorry. So this the first is so the research questions. Just one. What is the difference between assessment literacy and deep learning by teaching to improving student assessment literacy? So we go next to the research purpose. What is the research purpose? The aim was to highlight the differences in their learning approaches and attitudes toward assessment, and as a result, the role of teaching in this area. So we go next to the research approach and research design. So the research approach is use qualitative approach, and the research design use the narrative. And we go next to the data collection. So this research journal article used interview for the data collections because the the design for this research journal article narrative. So this data collection use interview. So this author, so the researchers do the interview, deep interview for the students and teachers, and we go next to the data analysis. So the data were transcribed verba as a facilitate their analysis, and reading the transcriptions, the researcher made initial codings. The initial list of codes was analysis into sessions with two experts to answer the credibility. So the first is the data were transcribed, and after their transcript they are read the transcriptions and made the initial coding. So if you use qualitative approach, you are able to use coding for the transcriptions, and for the initial list codes was analysis into two sessions with two experts to ensure the credibility. So this is for the trustworthiness. So the trustworthiness use the experts to ensure the credibility. So what's the results? So the result is learning by teachings encourages students to take a deep approach toward learning and construct the knowledge they obtain in the university. Significantly, this research highlights the benefits of learning by teaching brought to students when they experience it more autonomously. The upshots of this, the possibility that students develop a wider pedagogical perspective, particular do the teachers like role they take, its cognitive requirements and engage engagement in assessment practice. So student can more Student can more experience more autonomously with the deeper learnings, and the upshot of this deposit student can develop a wider pedagogical perspective, particularly do the teacher like role they take, its cognitive requirement and judgment and assessment practice. So the reference is from the Torresi MD, and this is also, and this is the last so thank you for the listening. So see you in the next video. Bye.